Hi, I'm Leah Alexander, HGTV's Designer of the Year. I'm so excited to give you a tour of my home. Come on in. If I had to describe my home in 3 words, I would say it's women of color centric, energized, and expansive, not in terms of scale, but in terms of feeling. We are in the entry of my home, and one thing that's special that you see when you come and when you go is this framed magnet of Oscar award-winning actress Hattie McDaniel, who starred in Gone with the Wind. This used to be just a plain $3 magnet from the thrift store that I decided to have floating in this frame. Another piece in my entryway that I love is this stunning and also functional entryway bench. I first saw it at the Future Perfect showroom in New York, and I fell in love with how unique the woven foam just looks and the way that I can choose from so many colors. The color palette of this bench informed the entire design of my home. The other cool thing about this moment is that I've combined the bench with a neon sign that I had made. It says, "Your beauty is abundant," and in my home office there's a continuation of the sign that says, "Forever and ever, amen." Beauty is Abundant is a full-service residential and commercial interior design firm. I named my firm Beauty is Abundant because it's a reminder for myself that, beauty is abundant, opportunity is abundant. There is just so much abundance, and there's so much of everything that we want and we need in this world. And in terms of interiors, I am there to provide abundant beauty for my clients. There's so much of it that I can create. Just off the entry, I have a mudroom moment that is just a small closet. I removed the door. It's a purple pink color with a whisper of storage inside. That is a coat closet for luggage, coats obviously. There's also a mirror that has a little shelf in it. I think it's so special and sweet. It was a thrifted find that I sanded and refurbished and brought back to life. We're standing in the dining room of my home. I love it so much because I have here a set of Bertoya side chairs that I thrifted. Initially there were mustard colored cushions, but I had my upholsterer create these stunning cream colored boucle covers for them. They go so nicely with the Lulu and Georgia table that I have here. I love how the shapes play together, how we have these beautiful slim chairs with the exposed backs. And then we have the substantial base of the table together with the pendant, which is from Design Within Reach. So this artwork, I first saw it some years before I was able to buy it. It's from my friends at Zoe Bios Creative, which is based in LA. I saw it at a trip to High Point Market, fell in love with it. I was able to get it in this beautiful custom size, and I just really love the expression of the model. I love the scale of it and how much of a statement it makes in the space. And I just really love how soft the fabric is and how it pulls from other colors in the home. So I feel like I had to give a whole dissertation to the person who hung this because I did not understand why I wanted to hang this off center. It's a large white wall, and I knew that I wanted to paint the entry closet mudway moment in a purple pink color. And I knew that that would create some depth, kind of going back and drawing your eye back to the back of the closet from other viewpoints in the home. And I wanted this piece to balance the closet entry with the space over here instead of centering it. And I really wanted to be able to appreciate the full piece without it being covered by the dining table and the dining chairs and the pendant light. It's very important to me to show the work of people of color in my home. People of color are so underrepresented in the art world, in interior design, and they matter. They matter so much. The work is beautiful, and I'm just fortunate enough to be able to have some of the pieces here in my home. This next space is my living room. The dining room opens right up to it, and I spend so much time here in the living room when I'm at home. I love it, and it feels so personal to me because I was able to curate pieces made from makers I know, I adore, and respect. For example, I have this side table from Allison Samuels at Two Trees Studios, and she made it by hand in Brooklyn, and she lacquered it time and time again to get this rich, deep black texture that I love so much. And I just really am stunned that these shapes came out of her brain and through her hands, and now they're here with me. The side table goes so well with the sage green sofa that I got from Mo's Home Collection. The sage green, I think, really grounds the space. There are a lot of white walls. I chose a light rug, and I think that it just gives the space some weight. It's very substantial. One thing that's so special to me, if I had to choose a favorite, this would be among them, is the pink concrete coffee table from Bridge and Fog. It's a husband and wife couple in LA. I went to their studio and I got to see some of their work in person. They're wonderful, and they made this table specifically for me. One of my favorite places to sit in my home is this cozy chair by Lynn Rose. It looks like a glorified beanbag chair, but there's so much more to it. Once you sit in it, it's so comfy. I like to sit here and read. I like to sit here and drink my coffee. Sometimes I meditate. This is such a comfortable place to sit and to admire some of the artwork that I otherwise wouldn't be able to just sit and look directly at. I do have the same design philosophy in my own home as I do with clients and client projects. I ask myself, wouldn't it be cool if, all the time, and I come up with some interesting wacky things and some really what I think are beautiful color combinations, which is what I like to provide for my clients. Probably one of the most exciting spaces in my home is the kitchen. 1, 2, 3, dance. I love it so much. It's this energizing shade of Chartreuse, and it's custom cabinetry that I was able to make with my cabinet maker. We did these sleek flat panel cabinets with no hardware because I really wanted to celebrate the quartzite natural stone on the countertops. I took it up on the backsplash. I made a floating shelf with it, above which I was able to put this incredible piece of art, a photograph by Fares Mikwe. I like to imagine that I'm looking out a window by placing this piece here because, obviously there are no windows in this kitchen, so it was a way for me to kind of create one while celebrating this amazing photographer's work. I think that the artwork maybe subconsciously influenced the project that I'm working on right now at the Southeastern Showhouse. In this project, I feature these incredible fiberglass balloon sculptures on the wall, and so it's a more 3D literal iteration of this balloon concept that I'm running with. You know what? Let's go check out this project in person. Welcome to the Southeastern Showhouse. I cannot wait to show you the spaces I designed. Come on in. We're here at the start of the space that I designed for the show house. We're calling this the Beauty is Abundant Legendary Gallery and Laundry. I wanted to create something really eye-catching in this hallway that you can see from the front door of the home. So you can look all the way up, you can see these balloons in the corner, and it creates this whimsy, this intrigue that someone's lost their balloons. They're floating kind of up and away, just out of grasp. I love that they're a 3D component, even with the ribbons here. They are fiberglass sculptures, which gives me an opportunity to place art that's not just a framed square or rectangular piece. And it gives this energy of limitlessness. They continue into this space. There are just a couple stragglers over the artwork, and then they're here in this laundry room space. I love it. It's unexpected. It's a continuation of the space out there. But more than anything, it's like this secret, whimsical, magical moment happening in here. I also incorporated these really interesting, beautiful grenade artworks. I love them so much. The artist put a floral pattern on top of what would otherwise be a weapon of destruction, a grenade, but by putting something beautiful on top, he's kind of reducing the destructive quality of the thing, which honestly is life, right? If you apply beauty to things, it kind of changes the nature of them. One challenge of designing a space in a show house is that you're oftentimes inheriting existing conditions or selections that have already been made. In the case of the spaces that I designed, the tile, the countertops, the cabinetry, and this beautiful white plaster were already selected for the space. I'm known for color in my designs, and in this show house I could not paint the walls, I couldn't apply any wallpaper. Usually I'm good for a color or two, and I needed to leave these walls white. They're plaster, they're beautiful, and instead I decided to apply the color through furniture because these were set finishes that I had to work with. I knew I wanted a table in this hallway, I knew I wanted to do something custom, but you know, again, with not being able to put color in the space, I wanted to take it up onto the wall rather than just having a tabletop. So I proposed to my woodworker, let's do like a backsplash of sorts on this table. And it's a pink stretch of table down this hallway with these incredibly fine art pieces. And I think that the play together between the shape and the colors of the artwork and of the table, I think are just really interesting and eye-catching with some pretty serious, heavy-hitting art. You have the whimsy of the balloons, you have the whimsy of this scalloped table, and it makes a happy mix for me. Diversity is still lacking in the show house circuit. I mean, you know, things are changing, thankfully. And so, of course, I'm honored to kind of help shift that paradigm within the show house space so we can get different energy, get varied perspectives. Everyone benefits when that happens, and so I'm super happy about that. In this space, I did a flower wall. She's real flowers. I love it. I wanted as much color as I could possibly get, even though I couldn't do paint, I couldn't do wallpaper. And so in lieu of that, we brought the real thing in. What I also love is that throughout the show house, I'll be able to switch them and bring in an entirely new color palette each week. As HGTV's Designer of the Year, there is some pressure to deliver something I've never delivered before, and I do think that I went way outside the box with this space. I've never done wall sculptures like these. I've never done a custom console table quite like this one, and I think that I took risks in this space. I kind of showed what I'm willing to do for beauty, which is stand at the flower wall for hours at a time and switch them out because I want people to have something fresh. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Handmade for more videos like this.